Oh my god! It adds scarecrows! Hello everyone, Sibling Power here, and today we are going to look at a mod. This is not the mod, this is Mr. Sun. He'll be joining us and looking at the mod. It is the Balkans Weapon Mod. This mod adds, well, weapons. You'll see that I have a block on top of each. That is to symbolize gold equals something that does not need ammo, gold or butter, if you want to call it butter. Iron, it needs ammunition to work. Or wait, no, iron is ammunition. Diamond needs ammo. Iron, it is ammunition, so it's either ammunition or it's a throwing weapon. Diamond needs ammo, like a gun or a bow. Stone is the miscellaneous, and there's only one of those. So we'll get to the mod. First thing here, the training dummy. Training dummy is a piece of wool, a leather tunic, and a stick, plus 2 wheat, and you will get this guy right here. Now, as you can see, I'm in survival mode. I'm clicking him rather fast. In case I'm breathing into the mic, I'll move that away a bit. I'm clicking him rather fast. Only way to pick him up is to right click him with an empty hand, and you will pick up the training dummy. That is his crafting recipe. Moving on to the flail. The flail, essentially, it's a flail. If you know what a flail is, it's like a ball and chain. You swing it around and wah wah, swing it at your enemies. Wah wah, yeah, wah. Yeah, it does a moderate amount of damage. I have a cow pen here that I can demonstrate it on. Wow, it's very powerful. You'd be very careful when using the flail, that you do not kill everyone you know. Next we have the knife. This is both an ammo-less, and it is ammo because it's a throwing weapon. But that's basically it. It's a throwing knife. It does the same amount of damage whether it's thrown or it's used normally. So, regardlessly, I played with this mod before, that's why there's stuff in here. But, moving on. Next we have the Halberd, and this is like the big, I don't know if you've ever seen it. Guards will hold this in front of a castle. It's got a spear on one side and an axe on the other. Sorry, took a drink. It has an axe on one side and a spear on the other. I'll demonstrate the spear. It'll one-shot the cow, but the axe will one-shot the cow too. I think that's only because I critically hit the cow. Yeah, okay, so the axe doesn't, like, do it as much. The axe side doesn't do it as much, but if you notice, the axe side had knockback. So, that'll help you out in a creeper situation. Next we have the katana. I'll do this with a lower, strength katana, because the katana's ability is that it hits very, very fast. You noticed how many times that cow, like, frantically moved while I hit it? Because, yeah, it hits very fast, and it does wear off pretty quick, too, so, yeah, ninja katana. Next we have the spear and the javelin. They both hit animals from much further away than a normal sword. Like, a normal sword, I can't hit him from this far out, but with a spear, I think I only have to move in a little bit here. Like, with a sword, I can't hit him here, but with a spear, I can. See, it's a much further hit. And the difference between the spear and the javelin is, oh, that spawned 2 cows. 2 cow, moo cow, move it, cow. Alright, you'll both die. The spear is an uncharged throw. You throw it, you pick it up, it's not charged or anything, you throw it again. The javelin is a charged throw, which doesn't do any more damage, and it disappeared. Oddly. So we finish him with a spear. Okay, so, but the javelin is less expensive, so I guess it's worth it. Javelin is less expensive. It's only a flint right there where the material goes. So otherwise, the same thing. Moving on to the battle axe. This thing chops down trees. And kills mobs. Like, see, notice it's got like the chopping power of an axe. And it's got the damage of a sword. Rather powerful. So that's a fun one to play with. That's why it's a battle axe. Okay, that's the battle axe. Warhammer. I don't think I should do this in this pen. I might be able to. It's essentially, it's a charged attack. Boom, explosion. Did that destroy any of my... Oh, good, thank God. This will destroy item frames, so be very careful. Don't use it. It's not going to destroy normal blocks, but it will destroy item frames and pictures for some reason, and it won't drop them. So, that's a bug I guess the mod creator can fix. Next we have the throwable. I'm not going to demonstrate this on the cow, but I will demonstrate this out here on these on this poor dead bush. It's essentially, it's throwing TNT. It's pretty basic. Oh, yeah. Okay, that is throwing TNT. I played with it right here. That's why this is. That's my creation. Yeah, that's how I fixed the world. And I noticed it drops most of the blocks it destroyed, so that's rather nice. Next we have the boomerang. This is a, it's got normal melee attack damage, but you can also throw it. The longer you hold it, the more longer distance it flies, and it flies right back at you. So it's like the, the knife, except it's gonna come back, and it also goes further. So it's like a bow. It's almost like a returning bow. So I like it. It's really fun. That's its crafting recipe. These are, oh, by the way, I don't think I was mentioning the crafting recipes. I just did a quick glance. You can pause to see them better, but this is the musket. I'm not telling you how to craft the barrel or the gun stock. That crafting recipes, so I'm sorry I ran out of room, but the crafting recipes are on the forum thread. So you just look up the mod. I'll leave a link to the site that I don't use the forum, but there's a site that I use, and I'll leave a link to that. The crafting recipes are there as well as downloads for the mod. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It looks like a sword, almost like a sword a bit. Moving on to the blunderbuss. Difference between the blunderbuss barrel and the musket barrel. The blunderbuss barrel is a bit thicker. You can tell because it's a double particle effect, and it uses the same gun stock though. And it uses blunderbuss shot, which I didn't tell you how to make either. And what it is you load it up. You gotta load it, and it fires. And as you can see from the floor here, these little pebbles. These are it's a shotgun effect essentially. I don't know where the pebbles go when you fire it into the air. I would assume they're coming down at some point, but yeah, but so if I was to spawn a bunch of cows in here, 1, 2, 3, okay, now I've got a bunch of cows. They're on top of each other, so this is not gonna work. But if I had this, oh, booyah. And the sun. I see I hit both those cows. So it also went through the fence too, so you can shoot it through fences. What is that, a stick? and an item frame. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but oh, it must have been it was the okay, yeah, apparently the guns destroy them too. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that. Mr. Sun, we want the sun, please. Yeah, that's what Mr. Sun's purpose is. You poke his ear and the sun comes out. But that is essentially the point of the blunderbuss. It's better. I was told, I looked up, there was a video on this that I looked up, and it showed like the guy uses it against horde of zombies coming after him. It's very effective because it'll kill zombies rather quickly. You can put your a bayonet on the musket by combining a knife and the musket, and you'll get the knife on the musket, and it does the same amount of damage as a normal musket, except you'll give your musket melee ability as well. Not much to say. You can't throw the knife though, so it's not like you can shoot the bayonet off. That you can't do. That's a real gun though. Next is the musket round, an iron ingot, a gunpowder, and I also have the musket in here. The musket, essentially, I think it can shoot through fences, but the power of the musket is it hits from farther than a bow. Like, I don't need the bow. You know how the bow, you need to aim above your target a bit. Musket, you don't. I know in close quarters like this, you wouldn't even need to aim above your target with a bow. But musket, it is unaffected by gravity, and it's very powerful. And it also does like a thunder effect, so I think I like the thunder. Otherwise, though, it's like a regular musket, so, you know, fire it off at something. I've got a shooting range down there that I can shoot this at. Kaboom! Oh, look, it jiggled. So I hit my target. I shot the item frame. Good job. So that, you could use item frames as targets. So like you could set up like something that looks like a target and use the item frame. Next we have the crossbow. It does a bit more damage than, actually does a lot more damage than a normal bow. This is the crossbow bolts, about as expensive as a normal crossbow, seeing as how the items for a normal bow arrow is not very it's not that hard to get. This is harder to get, but is also only a less of it, so I'd say they're even. And the crossbow, you've got to load it just like a normal thing. You'll notice that its picture slightly changed to have an arrow in it, and it acts just like a normal bow. It goes a bit further too. Yeah, it goes way further than a normal bow. So, effective in the, so yeah, more effective, more expensive too. I don't think it's worth it though. I'd go for the musket instead. I don't know how much the musket actually costs. I didn't look at the crafting recipe. It probably costs more, but yeah, I'd take the musket. Blowgun. These are pretty simple. The blowgun's 3 sugarcane. The poison dart for the blowgun is a cactus, a stick, and a feather. That is a poison dart. There's different types of darts, which you'll also find, and you'll just load the blowgun with a dart, and it will apply its effect to whatever you hit, unless the thing is immune to potions, in which case it won't apply the effect, because it's a potion effect. But it will apply the effect to the target. And this would be really good in PvP. I think the mod is PvP compatible. I don't know that. And this is, okay, I don't know. But this is the last thing. The cannon. This is the big honcho of all the things in the mod. The cannonball is, it's this 5 stone set out in the cross pattern. The cannon is 5 iron, 1 log, and 1 flint and steel, so that's relatively expensive, but overall cheap for what this does. You'll need 1 gunpowder and 1 cannonball to activate the cannon, to load the cannon. You right click, it'll take them out of your inventory, put them in the cannon. Now you just right click the cannon with an empty hand, you'll jump into it. It will aim where you look, so it's really easy to use. And you just spacebar to fire it. Yeah, it's pretty destructive. But yeah, that's all this mod really has to offer, guys. Leave a like, comments, check out the on the description. Subscribe if you haven't. I do this stuff every day. Hope you enjoyed. See you all in the next video.